Howdy, howdy, y'all. How you doing today?
You got to do it like Granny D. Howdy.
No, that's Granny D.
I love that.
You got, yeah. That's
I
hard.
love it. Oh, every time I have her set on, because I always get to her chat before she starts.
Right.
And I could be in the other room. I can hear her, howdy.
Oh,
and
I know.
It is her signature. I love it. Good morning, Lana, Connie, Michelle, Sarah, Cindy. I saw you up there.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all doing today?
I love it. And no, I don't have a cowboy hat to put on. My husband's is in a box, and you don't touch.
Yeah. Good morning, DK Jen. How you doing? Oh,
Good
it's
to see you.
Sunday. Well, thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. But I have to do this, and she's gonna get mad. I don't care. Look, oh, she look awesome. She looks amazing in that hat.
Well, thank you.
It was meant to be.
It's going to be all about the cowboy hat today, folks, because, we'll just get into it here in a little bit.
I love it.
Thank you.
But anybody that is a Gen X, I have to tell you, it's so funny.
Thank you, DK Jen.
You know the generations. So just in case y'all don't know the generations, you have the greatest generation, the silent generation, baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, Generation Z, Generation Alpha, and Generation Beta. So I am a Gen Xer. Maureen is a baby boomer.
I'm a baby boomer.
And I get along with Gen Xers and anybody before me, a few of the other ones, but not
for the most part.
Yeah, just a few of them. But so before the live, we meet ahead of time. Leslie. And
hello, sweet Leslie.
She should know this. So before the live, I said, hey, it's 6 minutes. Maureen said, well, I'm going to get some coffee and go on. And you know what pops in my head? 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh Show. Oh. And Maureen's like, huh?
What?
That is so Gen X. If you went to a dance in high school and when you're a Gen Xer, you know what that is. Because they played that. They played it till they ran it in the ground. It is so funny. I'm like, it's 6 minutes. And she's
sitting there waiting for
I'm waiting for Dougie Fresh. And I'm going to go get some coffee. And I'm like, damn it, she's a baby boomer. She doesn't know what that is. You're a Gen Xer, Sarah. Do you know Dougie Fresh?
Good morning, Amy. How you doing today?
I love how different generations can get together, can be friends,
right,
and get along. And I love it.
Well, and we all have our own little quirks, that are iconic to our generation, and it's kind of cool to share them back and forth, where they came from, and
yes. I love the greatest generation, the silent generation. I love the baby boomers. I love the different things that everyone's been through. My grandparents were the silent generation. And I loved it. Hello, Lana.
Good morning, sweet Lana. And there's Tammy. Good morning, sweetie.
I love the different things. What I need to know what year. So the Generation X is 1965 to 1980. So if you are 1946 to 1964, you are a baby boomer, which is a lovely thing. And the reason they call it a baby boomer is because you came back from the war and there was a baby boom in the population.
That's right.
Jen just makes it for a baby boomer.
Cool, girlfriend.
You are right along there with Maureen. I love it. I think it is so interesting. And the characteristics of each generation are spot on.
That's right. They are.
They truly are spot on. It's just really cool. The optimism of the baby boomer generation is a beautiful thing. It truly is a beautiful thing. And if we could have kept that going through the generations, it would have been amazing. The work of the the greatest generation, the silent generation, the baby boomers, even the work ethic of the Gen Xers.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to have ended. Does that mean we're going to have a Rona boomer generation? That is a good question, Leslie, but they are mixed in with the Gen Alpha Gen.
Oh.
They're the Gen Alphas. Look at you. Your mom was born in 45.
Oh, I'm just 10 years younger than her, sweetie.
Your mom was born in 45. That makes her the silent generation.
That's going to say she's the silent generation.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yep.
That is my grandparents. Now, I did have the greatest generation. I'm sorry, my grandparents are the greatest generation.
Yeah.
Because obviously my Opa and stuff like that came over. Mm-hmm. And it's gorgeous. Michelle, you just stuck with me as a Gen
X. That's right.
Yes.
Which is okay too.
It's a wonderful thing. We are valued for our independence and our work ethic. That is one thing about Gen Xers. Just so you know. That is beautiful. That is one thing that we're valued. Baby boomers are valued for their optimism, their work ethic. I love that about them. The silent
generation. Her parents and grandparents were both in the silent generation.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
I just love that. You know, it's the later generations that we need to give them a kick in the pants. Yes, you are.
Good morning, Vima. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us today.
Well, she's got that hat on, and I'm loving it. If you got a hat, go put your cowboy hat on. I'm just saying.
That's right. Folks, we are in the final countdown. And so I just thought that we would talk about, Labor Day is coming up pretty quick. Oh, thank you, Vima. I do appreciate that. Cowboy hats are just, iconic. They really, really are. In fact, they're very American. Now, we didn't invent the cowboy hat. They go all the way back to the Mongolians. They had something very similar to what we traditionally wear now today. And then, of course, the Spanish had theirs, mainly from Mexico is where you see the next true, what we categorize as a cowboy hat.
Next iteration.
Yeah. And they were mainly for folks working out, in the environment.
The heat of the sun, because the brim keeps that sun off of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And also, depending on how your brim is what do I want to call it? Fashion, shaped, yeah. It could keep the rain off of you because, it's going to hit here. And if you have a tilt down like this one has, front and back, it just lets the rain, tunnel right off of you. I asked my husband just a little while ago, I said, well, there is a straw hat, and I think even felt hats that have the style that we call taco shape. I mean, the sides come out and just go straight up. And I said, where did that come from? And he said, it allows you to put more cowboys in a pickup truck. Because this is out there.
They're folded away. That's a joke, guys. That is a joke. You're supposed to laugh. It allows you to get more cowboys side by side because their brims ain't sticking out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Good morning, Diane. How are you doing today? Now, the biggest reason for the title, The Final Countdown, if you are a true cowboy, you wear straw for a certain period of time throughout the year, and you wear felt the other time of the year, and they are specific dates in which you switch between the two. Now, there are parts of the country, because mainly of the heat and that kind of thing. You probably would not want to wear a felt hat out in 85 plus degree weather because it's going to cook your head. That's just all there is to it. And those of you in the north, you may not want to wear a straw hat when it's, say 20 below. But for the most part, there is a season in which you wear a straw hat and in which you wear a felt hat. So with Labor Day coming up, it is getting very close to the time in which we are going to take this straw hat here and we're going to get her cleaned and put back in her box and put her away. And notice that I am sitting it like this. You never sit a cowboy hat down on that brim because it will flatten out and mess up its shape. You always turn it upside down.
Head side down.
That's right. And let it sit on the crown. And another thing is, folks, you don't ever lay it on a bed. Now, this is a superstition because you're inviting evil spirits into your home. So don't. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I heard that before.
You have? Yes. You never, ever. Now, you can hang it on the head post or on the foot post, whatever you got, but you never lay it.
Don't put it on the bed.
Yeah, it don't matter. You do not put it down on the bed.
It's bad. It's bad.
So, pretty soon, like I said, Labor Day, we'll be switching over to our felt hat. Now, this one is a beaver felt. It needs to be reshaped because it's been out of its box for a while, traveling, back and forth. We misplaced the box it was supposed to go in. Anyhow, but Wayne normally takes it in to get it cleaned and reshaped anyway. In fact, he'll probably take it in this week somewhere close and get them to
get a new box.
Yeah, he'll have to get a new box.
Is that why he threw it into the corner of the room before he jumped on the bed? Yes, you don't.
That's right.
Yes, it's better in the corner of the room than it is on the bed.
Sure is. So, I believe this Monday is the 1st of September, so that'll be Labor Day, won't it?
Yes.
Okay. So a week from today, folks, we will be switching over to our felt hats. Now, yes, it is
felt. Beaver felt. They can be any animal felt.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's beaver. There's I just looked it up a while ago.
Don't she look sharp? Oh, I'm gonna do this just for y'all. I know y'all loving it. This is her husband's hat. It is sharp looking. She looks amazing in the hat.
And in fact, folks, I don't know if you'll be able to see it real well.
Give it a minute to open.
He has buffalo nickels.
There it is. Oh, and they're gorgeous.
Yep.
Oh, I love that. Buffalo nickels all around the hat. That's so smart.
Yep. Now, I'm not going to wear this for too long, folks, because this puppy's hot, even in the house.
Yes.
But yes, you will see him, even though in September we still have very, very hot weather.
You still have
He'll be wearing his felt hat. Yes, he will.
It's just what they're supposed to do.
Now, Wayne will have this hat. There are different styles that you can do with your hat. This one here, whenever he gets it reshaped, will have a tip in the front and the back. I can't get the hat in there. It's too big.
Get the hat in there.
It'll look like this, and then it'll just have a slight roll on the side. Not real big. And this is what's called then the Stetson style.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, some of them just came in, so show them the other hat.
Oh, okie dokie. Yeah. Now this one here, he'll wear the rest of the week. This is the straight. Is there a way I prefer the what he called the state? Did you say statesman style? Wayne, when you have your felt hat shaped, did you call it statesman? Yeah. Because I'm trying to explain to them the shape that you're going to put on your hat. Statesman? When you get your hat shaped, what style is it? Stockman? Statesman? Stockman. Okay. Sorry, guys. He just had no idea what it was I was trying to ask him.
You look adorable in that hat. So, Jen said, my hat is slightly less on brim, and I wore it for a year during Morris dancing. It has feathers and dancing tape around the head.
Yep.
Love that. Yep. And Helen Vima. I love that. I think that's so cool. I know it's not important. I know.
It's called the Stockman shape. Yes. Where
but
it tips
down in the
front, a little bit in the back, and then it does a slight roll up on the top, which is basically what this one does too.
If you ever saw this TV show Yellowstone.
Yes.
There was Kevin Costner had the Stockman shape.
Yes.
That's very obvious. But if you saw the Cowboys, they had different shaped hats from Kevin Costner.
Yes.
But Kevin Costner definitely had the Stockman shape.
Right. And you know, there's a hat that gained popularity, but mainly because of the old black and white cowboy movies, the 10-gallon hat. Yeah. And it got its name because they never shaped the crown. They just left it in its like bull nose top, you know, just up, down, and yeah. So anyway, no, not particularly, Diane. There's not any particular meaning behind the shapes. This one is what's called a 3-finger, so that you can just use your 3 fingers and pull it up. Now this one has a much higher crown in the back than the black one. Straw hats are very hard to shape. I don't care if they're made out of straw, if they're made out of bamboo, if they're made out of plantation hats are made out of some kind of grass. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway. And really the shape of the hat is just up to the person that's wearing it. Yes. My little brother wore a black felt hat, and folks, he just loved it to be curled in as tight as you could get on the sides. Don't ask me why. He just loved it that way. Mm-hmm.
I hope this helps some people to understand. This is a chart.
Sorry. There you go. Yes. There you go.
There's the open that gave you the.
That's what you would call a 10-gallon hat. It's also known as the Gus hat. If you ever watched the series Lonesome Dove,
yes,
one of the characters in the series is named Gus, and he wore a 10-gallon hat.
Now the names on here are only given by this store.
That's right.
They actually have other names, but this is what the store has given you for the crayons.
Right.
That's it. It's interesting. Just, I mean, look at that one. It's different.
Right. Now that's
cool.
What are they calling? They're calling it the brick. Yes, because they take the crown and they just basically make a rectangle on the top.
I find this really cool with the way they are.
Yeah.
I love Gus.
Yeah.
That's pointed in the front, but not in the back.
Yeah.
They tell you about it. There's Cool Hand Luke, and boy, is it from that movie. And then the teardrop and stuff. This is really interesting. Now, this is just the crowns. It is not giving you an idea of what they do with the brim.
Yeah, and see, brim too is also personal preference. They can be anywhere from 3 inches to.
Oh yeah.
This one is just shy of 6.
That's a long brim.
Yeah. Well, it looks best on Wayne because he's so tall.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Wayne is a very tall man.
Yeah, so he needs a wider brim.
And Willie doesn't have as big of a brim, Willie Nelson, because he's a
Yeah,
shorter man.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
But I mean, you can be a short person or a little person and still have a wide brim hat if you want it. What was his name? Little Richie?
Yeah.
Brando Opry? Oh, yeah. He wore a big 10-gallon hat.
Yeah, but it was obvious on him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
he
but
loved those wide brims.
I just had like that light bulb moment because Wayne's hat doesn't look overly large on him.
No.
And Willie's doesn't look overly large on him, but that makes sense because Willie Nelson is so short. I had an epiphany. And now Wayne has met him, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. In fact, Wayne's original beaver hat, which we still have, his original, Willie Nelson wore. Yep. Willie Nelson wore, and I believe Reba McEntire has even worn it.
Look at that.
Yeah. Now, he knew Reba way back before she became popular at all.
He knew her before she was Reba.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Exactly, Michelle. Yeah.
It does make a difference. Oh, yeah. Joey's hat looks tremendous on him.
Okay, Maureen's got to take this movie off. Even the straw hat's getting a little warm in here.
I love now Joey's hat's black, and I love his hat on him.
Wayne has a gray one, and he also has a chocolate brown one. The brown doesn't look as good on him. I mean, it's nice, but I think it's more because it has a short crown and it has a braided brim on it, which, I mean, it looks really nice. In fact, it looks better on me than it does on him, just saying. But anyway.
But I think he would look best in the black hat, which when we went to Florida, he had on that white hat.
Yeah, he had on the black one.
I just think it looks good on him. You know, Joey looks real good in his black hat. However, when I put it on, it looked oversized. But, you know, it's just because I'm a tinier person.
Right.
When I wore it, I was a tinier person.
Right.
It looked much different on me than him. I like him in it. Sorry. Little things that you like, and I like that.
But, you know, I find it funny. I mean, I know we have specific dates, you know, for marking winter, fall, summer, spring, you know, that kind of thing. But especially here in Texas, for us, summer is over when we switch hats.
Oh, he's got it marked on my calendar real big. Fall.
Yep. And, you know, spring is officially over. At Easter, we switch to the straw.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Yep.
I find that very interesting. As many people as I've been around wearing hats, I never knew that. I did notice they changed hats, but I never knew why.
Right.
That's interesting.
And there is really no technical history as to why those particular dates were chosen. Because I looked it up. I said, why do they change at Easter and at Labor Day? And it says that it's just something that evolved. You know, it kind of like started mainly out west where the temperatures were so drastically different. And you would find more and more your true cowboys that were working outside. They just said, you know, enough's enough. And they just started switching. So it just kind of evolved on those particular weekends.
Well, Diane, when I was growing up, it wasn't just the white shoes, it was the white clothes.
That's right. When I was growing up.
After Labor Day.
Yeah. And you couldn't wear them before Easter.
No, do not wear it before Easter.
Yep.
No, my grandmother taught me that. And you will find that I don't do that.
Me too.
At church, I won't wear white.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a habit. But that's just what I was raised to do.
Yep.
But it's not a bad thing.
No.
My grandmother said it was etiquette.
That's right. Exactly.
And you don't wear white to a wedding.
Shoes and purses. That's right. You don't wear white to the wedding. Even down to, you know, especially for a young lady like myself, I never could wear horizontal stripes. They always had to go vertical. And
I prefer vertical, but occasionally I wear horizontal, and they don't look bad.
Well, they don't look bad, but you know, like I said, my grandmother would tell me, no, you cannot, no, we can't choose that shirt. Your stripes are going in the wrong direction. And I couldn't wear plaid on the bottom or any loud prints on the bottom because, you know, I mean, I'm a hippie girl, so.
It is, Diane, because it wasn't passed down.
Right, that's right.
It was like eating with a formal tableware setting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I taught my children how to eat with a formal tableware setting because it's important that they know, because you never know when you're going to be faced with that.
That's right.
My grandmother taught me how to set a formal tableware setting, how to eat from a formal tableware. I mean, everything.
Yep. Because
she felt that I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
So my girls found out. My boys didn't really want to learn, but you know what? Roy could sit down at a formal tableware.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
And you know, I find it a little sad. But you know, my two grandsons, from the time they were old enough to say cowboy hat and their little boots, they learned that anytime they were introduced to a woman or even a girl of their age, if they were wearing their hat, that hat came off.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And if you greeted a woman, you know, like across or something like that, or you passed one, you tipped the hat just a little bit, you know, you touched the brim and you kept it going. Oh, Diane, that's awesome. She said, my kids knew table settings too.
You pulled out a chair for a lady. Mm-hmm. You opened the door for a lady, whether you knew her or not.
That's right. That's right.
And I will tell you, my boy does that.
Mm-hmm.
My husband does that.
Good morning, Pat Cray, sweetheart. It's so good to see you in here.
Maureen will tell you that. My husband is very big on chivalry or etiquette.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
He opens doors for ladies. He pulls chairs out. He is very big on that. Mm-hmm. He was trained very well by his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
We instilled that in our children.
Yep.
Because that is important. If we go somewhere and I go to get out my door, my husband always says, wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Because he comes and opens my door. Because that's how you treat a lady.
That's right. And I have many times get impatient, you know, with my husband, and I'll go to open my door and get in, and he'll come over and pull me back, shut the door, give me that look, open the door, and then I can get in. I don't do that very often, but just every once in a while, you know.
Well, sometimes I get impatient too, and Joey's going, just wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what he said. Just wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets my door. He's done this since I've known him.
Right.
You know, and it's not a bad thing. It is a good, you know, I appreciate the fact that he does that. When I go see a particular doctor, Joey is not allowed in the back. So he will open my door. He goes and he opens the door to the doctor's, and I go in. And then he goes and he sits in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm getting ready to leave, I text him and tell him I'm on my way out. That man is standing by that front door, watching for me to come, and opens the door, walks with me to the vehicle, opens the door to the truck, and I get in.
Right.
I'm like, wow. You don't have to.
You know, my youngest daughter, when I first started dating Wayne, she would get so frustrated at him because he would open the door for her and for me. And she was like, I can do this myself. You don't have to do that. And I had to instruct my daughter in the fact that his mother took a lot of time and patience in teaching him the right way to treat a woman. You are robbing him and you're slapping his mama in the face.
Yes.
Because she taught him properly.
Yes. It is a slap to his grandmother if I don't allow him to do that, because my husband was raised by his grandparents.
Right.
And He was trained to do that by his grandmother and his grandfather. And I will not slap them in the face because he wants to do proper etiquette.
Oh,
and
I know.
Jen, your friend is wrong.
That's right.
You should never have to ask.
Nope.
And I'm so sorry that you were treated that way. You should always be treated like a lady.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
the puppies are going to Forever Homes, Pat. That's good. Jen, I am so sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But the puppies are gone. It's a good thing.
I remember one time we, I can't remember where we were, if we had taken Wayne's mother out to eat or just where we were, but we walked inside a building and Wayne had not removed his hat yet. She came up behind him and flipped that hat, and he just, caught it out automatically and said, "You are inside, young man." "Yes, Mama, I'm so sorry, Mama." That's the first time I ever saw Wayne be so embarrassed in all my life because his mama popped that hat off his head.
Oh my word. I could see Joey's grandmother doing that though. I could see her doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've been out at her house many a time and went to walk outside, and she said to Joey, "Are you going to get the door?" And Joey's like, "I didn't know she was going outside."
Right.
His grandmother said, "It doesn't matter."
That's right.
It didn't matter. He needed to be. Oh yeah.
And folks, that women are the only ones that can wear like a cowboy hat inside.
Yes.
Yes. Now, women, just like men, are not to wear their hats inside for a funeral, period. It doesn't matter if it's part of your attire or not. When you walk in there, especially for a funeral, the hat comes off. Man or woman, boy or girl, doesn't matter. But a woman can wear a hat, like to a wedding, showers, whatever. Her home, anybody else's home, it doesn't break etiquette. But a man, the hat comes off. Warren, my not youngest grandson, but anyway, my oldest daughter's son, would go to church with us. And as soon as he entered the door, the hat came off. He loved wearing his hat to church. But many times we'd say, "Now, if you're not going to leave your hat in the truck, you got to take it off when you walk in the door." Okay. Well, there'd been a few times when he had forgotten to take his hat off, or like during youth time, whenever I go up on Wednesday evenings to help feed the youth and kids, that he would come in and forget to take his hat off, and I'd see him and I'd just say, "Warren Robert," and he knew immediately, and that hat would come off. And there were a couple of older men that sometimes would forget to remove their hat, and they would see Warren pop that hat up. Oh yeah, they'd be taking theirs off too, and they'd be saying, sorry.
That's funny. Joey is very quick to, whether it's a baseball cap.
It doesn't matter.
Joey removes his hat.
When you walk into church, that hat comes off. I don't care who you are. Right.
It comes off. Even at our son's funeral, it came off. Very much. Yeah. Church is church, period.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. He is very respectful. Joey is very, very respectful of church. He got on to me for crocheting or knitting during church. Joey felt I was disrespecting church. And it was the pastor that corrected my husband and said, if she needs that in order to pay attention in church, I don't have a problem with knitting in church.
Right.
Because it kept my hands busy so I could pay attention.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of women that sit in the back and they'll be crocheting or knitting. Yeah.
Well, I sat in the front, but
hand quilting, little pieces together while they're, oh yeah.
But my husband thought I was being disrespectful. And it took my pastor to tell him she is not being disrespectful. Let her do what she needs to do in order to pay attention.
Right.
Because think about it. I can't read anything. Now, they did buy me a large print hymnal, just so everybody knows. I could only sing the songs I knew.
Right.
Other than that, I can't read the Bible. I can't read anything else. So in order for me to pay attention, if I'm knitting or crocheting, I'm paying attention. And every stitch that I do, I am memorizing what he's saying. I don't know how to explain that, but I can remember just by looking at what I made. I can remember what he said that day.
That's cool.
I don't know why, but I do. I always hold the door for people, especially the elderly and people with disabilities. I will hold the door for people. I do it all the time, but they will immediately take it from me and let me enter.
Yeah. The men will, especially. You know.
Oh, men always.
Oh, yeah. But I'm like you, Sarah. To me, that's just showing a sign of respect, especially for our elderly, whether it's a man or a woman. I don't care. You know.
Jen, you shouldn't be allowing the youngsters to go before you. I understand you doing that, but the youngsters need to allow you to go before them.
Mm-hmm. There are times, though, in which you need to let the littles go before you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's real little. They're real little. But I think they're talking about taking the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And these are kids that can take the bus. They need to allow her to go before them.
Right. Especially if they're willing to let you do that. I mean, that's awesome. Somebody is teaching them etiquette, you know.
Yeah. But if they're real littles, I let the toddlers go before me, obviously. I don't want them under my feet.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. But yeah. Definitely. I do. I have a habit of letting some people go before me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier for me being visually impaired to let some people just pass.
Right.
But yes, you guys need to stand up for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hold the door for, look at you. You're so sweet. Jen, you're a sweet person.
So we started off on a little bit different track this morning, but I noticed some of you are telling us your weather. So let's talk about your weather. How are you doing? What's your weather? What you sipping on? And what are you working on? I'm still having my coffee. This is my second cup, and then I'm going to switch over to my watermelon tea, Froggy. I'm working on another napkin. I'm just about finished with those. Now, it says it's 75 outside. I don't believe that. That's what I thought. It's 83, but it already feels like 91 out there. But we are only going to get to 94 today, so that's awesome.
Echo, what's the weather?
Currently, in Christiansburg, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today, you can expect mostly sunny weather, with a high of 75 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. So, apparently, I have the best weather. I must say, I have the best weather.
Don't want to hear it. I'm telling you that.
Maureen doesn't want to hear it, but I have the best weather.
Diane says, I do as well, DK, but the older men will take the door from me and have me enter before them. That is so cool. Then there are the younger crowd who just walk right through without even a thank you. I know. That's where, see, this is again one of those little things that are just getting lost.
They weren't taught.
Nope.
And I don't like that.
No.
I taught my children, and they should have been taught.
Michelle says, obviously, she's drinking coffee, girls. A blanket for Maine. Oh, for me. Well, good for you, girlfriend. 61 degrees Fahrenheit, cool. And a box. Disrespectful little brats, that's right.
She has a box from Leslie.
Oh.
Michelle does. And Michelle has to wait till I can see. Just saying. But yes. But I have beautiful weather today. Let's hope that the weatherman's not lying.
Isn't that the truth?
My hand is starting to feel a little bit better, but I'm still not going to crochet till about Wednesday. We'll see. I want to crochet badly, but
Yeah.
I don't want to push it. So I'm going to wait and keep being careful with my hand. For those that don't know, I burned my hand. So
Yep.
I'm being gentle with my hand. So we'll see how it is on Wednesday and if I can crochet with it Wednesday.
Yeah, because she's working on a contest project, and if she can't get back to crocheting on Wednesday, then she's going to have to bow out.
But yeah, we'll see. Sarah said, I'm wearing long sleeves. The temp went up 2 degrees, so now it's 56. I'm working on my asymmetrical shawl. How lovely is that?
Goodness. Diane says it's 77 and sunny now, going to 85. You know, that's still a nice temperature, and partly cloudy later.
Oh, Diane, you want to laugh? I have a curling iron and it's 25 years old. And I know, how am I doing? Jen, I'm going insane. I'm just saying. So I have an older curling iron and it's actually in here because before I go live, I curl my hair. There it is. Now it's got something melted on it, so don't pay attention to that. But here it is. It's old. This is an old curl. There it is. It's old. It has automatic shut off. Well, being this old, I haven't been using it since it melted plastic on it, so don't pay attention. But I went to move it the other day. I went and I grabbed it and meant to move it. And when I did, it was on. I had not used it. I had not turned it on. And I grabbed it full hand. And that's what happened. That is the second time it turned itself on. She's not plugged in. But that's the second time it's turned itself on by itself. Where it sits, there's no way to bump into it.
Right.
It's just turned itself on. No, I'm sorry. The third time it turned itself on, I got a brand new DVD called Spinal Tap that I wanted to watch. And I set my DVD down and the box of the DVD melted against the curling iron.
Oh, no.
That's 3 times it's turned itself on. I lied. It was 3 times. And I'm like, you got to be joking. So I have to order a new curling iron. My husband doesn't want me using this one.
I wonder why.
Oh, I know why. So I went to order one. He told me to cancel my order and wait till he gets paid and buy a nicer one. Because, well, he loves my hair, you know, but anyway.
Yeah. So
I have to wait till Thursday to order one. It probably won't be here till Monday. So there will be no curling of the hair until the curling iron gets in.
If you're like me, just throw it up in a ponytail.
Yeah, I am. You know what? Here's the thing. I am putting what's called Silvadine on my hand every evening.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only way I don't have blisters. But it is still pink here and on the fingertips and a little bit here. But I grabbed it full fist.
Oh, goodness, Diane. I remember my little nephew had 3rd-degree burns on his hands and fingers when he was a toddler. My sister-in-law left it on and walked away and didn't watch the baby. And that was oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, Diane.
I'm still stunned over the whole thing because I hadn't used it for a couple of days. It wasn't on. Not to mention it has an automatic shut off.
Well, see, that's what surprises me. But it's like I told you, you know, that part of the switch obviously has gone out.
That's what Joey said. He said there's a mess up with the wires in it.
Yeah.
You know, and he brought up how old it is because I was curling my daughter's hair with it going to homecoming and prom. It is an old curling iron. But it's got auto shut off. I mean, I have a problem curling my hair and it would cut itself off. But I have noticed over the past year, it hasn't been turning itself off. That's odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has gone bad. No, I don't have a spirit around Michelle. But it is odd that it hasn't been turning itself off. So I've been using a curling iron since I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a new thing for me. I've been using one for many, many years. I can curl my hair without burning myself. I just happened to grab it to move it, and it is what it is.
Well, see, even now after you get your new one, what that ought to teach you, sweetie, is whether it's on or off, do not grab it by the barrel.
I'm getting one when that has a heat-proof glove. It comes with a heat-proof glove.
Okay.
So you can curl your hair with the heat-proof glove. I'm going to keep the heat-proof glove over top of the barrel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but I haven't ordered one yet, so eventually.
Well, I was thinking, honestly, instead of there being like a little spirit around the house, like a little gremlin or whatever you call those things, I was thinking that maybe the cat somehow was.
But where it sits, there's no way the cat can get to the on button, and you really got to push the button.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, little Carrie. How are you today, sweetie?
Yes, that's what I want, is a heat-proof sleeve or glove or whatever to put over it. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey agreed. If I was going to keep it in here, it had to have a heat-proof sleeve.
Right.
Because he would prefer me to keep it in the bathroom. However, I have a hard time seeing myself in the mirror to curl my hair.
Right. You do yours mainly by feel.
Yes. But in here, I can bring myself up on the camera and I can see what I'm doing.
Right.
So, I do, Dawn. I do.
Good morning, Mimo Dawn. I didn't see you jump in here.
That's exactly what I'm after, Dawn. And that's what he wants me. Yes. So if anybody wants to send me one, I could curl my hair again. So it's weird not being able to curl my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he said, no flat iron either. So
I use one of those brushes from what is it, Legang, LA, whoever it is, anyway, that you can dry and curl your hair at the same time. Man, I love that thing. Let me tell you what, I have saved so much time now, because before I would have to blow dry it, and then if I was going to curl it or flat iron it, whatever, but now I can just and that thing's big, man. I got the biggest one they had, so I could just whoop. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Just love
something similar with my hairdryer, but it won't curl it enough for me.
Right.
But it will flatten it out and take all the curls out of it, so I can get it flat.
Right.
And of course it takes like 15 minutes and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love. That's just the hairdryer. It's
right.
One of the nicest hairdryers. Did you really, Michelle?
Yes, Michelle. I love the thing, man. I tell you what, saves me so much time.
That's awesome. Now I just got to get a curling iron. I hate not having one. I remember my Oma telling me about her curling iron and how they used to stick it in the fire.
Yes.
And then wrap their hair around it. Just take and wrap your hair around it.
Yep.
And then pull it, just unwrap your hair, and that was it. It was a rod that was stuck in the fire. And that's how they did it. And I remember her when she used to come and stay with us in the summer. And my grandmother loved curling my hair. Just loved it. Pam never wanted it, but she would curl my hair. And her saying, "This is the nicest invention." It's so nice. It's the fire. It just goes right around it.
Right.
Like, oh.
Good morning, Kimberly. How are you doing? Diane, I can't even dry my hair anymore. Can't hold my arms up that long. So now it's crazy curls and wild gray hair. Sweetheart, I'm just about getting that way. That's the reason why I love this brush thing, because like I said, before I would have to blow dry my hair and then rest a little bit and then go back and do it. So basically it was either an all morning or all afternoon chore for me. But now,
that's why I got the hair dryer I did, because it cut drying my hair in half. It is, wow. It cuts your time in half.
Right.
Really.
Well, if I leave my hair up in the towel for about an hour and take it down and just walk around for another 30 minutes or so, let it air dry a little bit, then I don't have to.
There you go, Dawn.
Yeah, well, I've had short hair before, Meemaw Dawn, and I love it for a short time, honestly. But I'm one of those that I like to wear my hair different ways. And whenever it's short, there's just not that many different ways that you can wear it. So
I want my hair longer than it is. I'm not a fan of short hair.
Yeah.
That's just me, for myself.
Yeah, for me, myself. Yeah.
It's getting there, and I'm happy with the length. It is kind of funny. But yeah, I agree. I wish my hair was curly. Now, the shorter my hair is, the more curly it is.
Yes, that's the other thing. That's the other thing for me. The shorter my hair gets, the yep. Shirley Temple, here we come.
Yeah, that's why you'll see the waves and stuff in my hair, because, and of course, the light pulls it out.
Right.
But I'll blow dry it straight and put my own curl in it.
Diane, yeah, and these wild curly gray hairs don't stay no matter how long you try to straighten them and style a bit. Yep, just doesn't work.
Yeah, you do. A Q-tip with an afro. Oh my word. Oh my word.
Mine's not quite that bad, but yeah, it's very curly. Think relaxed poodle.
Yeah, that's about what I look like. It's a relaxed poodle.
Yep, relaxed poodle.
Now I can scrunch it, and when I'm drying it, and I'll have a lot of curl, but I don't want to do that.
Well, my problem is that when I let it dry naturally, it just grows and grows and grows. You know what I mean? It's like kind of flat on the top, and as soon as it falls off the crown, whoop, here we go. So yeah,
it poots out.
And if I want to tame it to keep it from doing that, that means putting product in your hair. Then that means I have to get up the next day and wash it out. I
don't like having to put product in my hair, except a hair mask. I don't mind a hair mask, but I don't want to put product in my hair if I don't have to.
Yeah, just brush your hair.
I never had brush and go hair, ever, that I can remember.
Oh my goodness. Michelle said my hair grew back and almost straight after I shaved it off. Oh my goodness.
Jen, I cut my bangs every other month. Otherwise, they're in my eyes. But I have to.
Well, I go in twice a year to get, sometimes 3 times a year. It just kind of depends. To get a good reshaping. But in between, I'll go in and cut my own hair.
I need to go back in and have my long layers put back in. You can see my layers.
Yeah, they've grown out.
I have long layers, and they need to even them up.
Right.
But I do the long layers so the curl stays in.
Yeah.
Because I like the curls in my hair. That's what I like. I don't care what other people like.
Well, I keep mine in long layers as well, because I have, here in the last few years, I have tried to let it all grow one length, but then I start getting headaches, especially if I want to wear it up in a ponytail or even, twirl it and clip it. It starts making my head sore. So,
well, that's the other nice thing about the layers is it takes the weight off your head.
Yes.
It does. And it also saves on hair dye. Not as much hair to dye.
If I don't cut it, my natural wavy hair starts showing. Yep, that's the way it is. Mine is really between a curly and a strong wave, but I'm not kidding you. When it's short, it looks like a relaxed little poodle, and it's just all over. It's kind of cute, but yeah, not my style.
Yeah, that's exactly why you did it. That was very sweet of you.
Aw, Michelle, that was awesome.
If I shaved my head bald, my husband would have a fit.
Well, I think I've shared with y'all before, Wayne and I have this thing that he shaves his beard, I cut my hair. If I cut my hair, and we're talking, cut, he shaves his beard. Well, good morning, Mama Trish. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Trish.
So he had a project that he had to go out on. Yes, we're talking about heavy hair.
Yes, you know the feeling.
Yes, she does. So he calls me and he says, now, this little thing that we have about cutting hair and shaving beards? And I was like, yes. And he says, well, out here on this project, I have to be able to wear a gas mask if necessary. And my husband has, the Kenny Rogers beard going on. So he said, so I had to shave my beard. And I was like, okay. And he said, but I was able to salvage some of it. So he sends me a picture. Of course, he kept his mustache and just a little bit right here, he had to shave it to where the mask would fit just right. And I said, well, you know what? Since it's for the project, that's fine. But as soon as you're done there, the beard goes back. So
I ought to tell my husband, I'm shaving my head unless you shave your beard.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, you shave your beard, I shave my head.
He has a big bushy, it's a full beard, but it's big and bushy. Bushy. Right. It needs trimming. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. Bingo is if you're going to play Hobie Bingo.
Oh, that's right.
Go in there and start playing Hobie Bingo. It hasn't started yet, but they are warming up.
Okie dokie. Well, then, for those of you that love to go play bingo, we are going to go ahead and let you go a couple of minutes early so that you can go take care of business, grab yourself something else to drink, and get your phone all set up and ready to go.
Well, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is bingo over at Carry the Ernie Elephants.
That's right.
Wednesday, I will be going live at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. But in the meantime, please stay safe, be kind to one another, and happy yarning.
And folks, thank you so much for being here with us today and learning a little bit about cowboy etiquette and everything else we talked about. So thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with us. We love it as always. And please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. It could be your special light that you have that they need to see. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.